in the long run. But every so often, it all comes together. The work pays off. The drills become second nature. The ball drops in more often than not. All the work of a season has made a team of extraordinary quality, remarkable skill, impressive achievement. This is the day we will see if it is all good enough. If it is all good enough to mark this basketball season as one of victory. A basketball season for the record books.
Welcome to Hershey Park Arena. We're live, WNEP TV Sports, for state championship basketball. I'm Tim Carlson, along with Bishop Hoban coach Chet Hine and Tom Chida to bring you this game, and hopefully Hazleton taking home a state championship. And Tom, what's it mean for Hazleton to do it?
What they'll need to do, Timmy, is Hassan Abdullah is a key inside. Hassan got in foul trouble against Chester in the Eastern Final. They will need a complete game out of Hassan Abdullah and Chet. A big key for Prep is Jed Ryan.
6'6" sophomore, can take it inside, can take it outside. Big front line. Hassan's going to have his hands full tonight.
We'll be back with the start of this one right after this.
Today's live sports exclusive coverage of the Hazleton Area State Championship game is
packed. The place is Hershey Park Arena, and we're getting ready for the state championship. Hazleton Area and Erie Cathedral Prep playing for it all. Tom Tidy along with Chet Hine, Bishop Hoban coach, and Tim Carlson. And Chet, you played Hazleton tough twice this year. 2 games by a total of 3 points you lost to this team. What does Hazleton do, and what should they do to be effective tonight?
Just beat themselves. They play rock-solid defense. They've been tough man-to-man, and lately they've been using a matchup. I know we played them up there. They kept switching their defenses, man-to-man, back to the matchup, and they came out with a little full-court pressure, even some half-court pressure. Just do what he's been doing. Sound fundamental defense all year. They'll make it tough on Erie, believe me.
We saw, all three of us had a chance to see that Erie Cathedral Prep game with Newcastle, the Quad A Western Final. We're all in consensus. Hazleton might have the advantage on quickness.
Definitely on quickness. Erie's got the big front line, 6'5", 6'6", 6'7". But I feel like Hazleton come out and pressure their guards a little bit.
There's tonight's officials.
James Julian, Dave Gambridge, and Joseph Zalchek. And Chet, what has Bruce Live said to the guys? You know, they've gotten this far. What has he said to them, or maybe what is he going to say to them just before this starts?
I don't think he'll say too much, though. Just, you know, I told Tom before, just go out and be yourselves and do what got you here. Just play the good defense and don't make too many mental mistakes and take care of the basketball tonight.
How about the advantage of them playing their last 2 games here, last couple games?
Definite advantage, and all the people they bring down here, the crowd will really help them. Big advantage right there.
That certainly was loud when they came in before.
You hear the roar going up the Final Four. North Carolina, a win over Kansas. Congratulations to the Carbondale area Chargers, finishing the year at 30-0, winning the AA state title earlier this afternoon. A fantastic finish. We hope tonight's game is just as good. We'll be finding out in a few minutes. Hazleton Area and Erie Cathedral Prep. It's coming up on WNEP. Up in Hershey Park Arena, ready for the state championship. Hazleton Area and Erie Cathedral Prep playing for it all. For the starting lineups, we go to public address announcer Bob Schellenberg.
Hello, Bob. It may be so noisy you may not be able to hear public address announcer Bob Schellenberger in a second. Here we go.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Hershey Park Arena for the second half of tonight's PIAA Championship Basketball doubleheader. In tonight's boys Quad A Championship game, the Cougars of Hazleton Area High School meet the Ramblers of Erie Cathedral Prep. for the Hazleton area Cougars under head coach Chris Ryan, assistant Jim Chapman, and Mike Joseph. The starting five for the Cougars. Starting to go on a 6-foot senior, number 14, Chris Long. At the other guard, a 5'10" senior wearing number 23, John D'Agostino. At center, wearing number 30, he's a senior, 6'7", and a forward, 6'3" junior, wearing number 24, HAHS-Erie. And on the other forward, a 6-foot freshman, number 22. Defense! And now the starting five for the Cathedral Prep Ramblers. Head coach HAHS-Erie, assistant Jim Marnella. The starting five for the Ramblers. At a guard, he's a junior, 5'9", number 21, Kenny Duck. At the other guard, a 5'10" senior, wearing number 40, Gene Comstock. At center for the Ramblers, he's wearing number 41, a 6'6", junior, Booker Coleman. Starting at a forward, a sophomore, 6'5", number 32, James Ryan. And out the other forward, number 43, a 6'4" senior, Cliff Eaton.
Right now, I'm counting PIAA Prep. 1, 2, 3, PIAA.
Your officials for tonight's ball game, Jim Julian, Dave Cambridge,
And there you have it, the two teams ready to battle for the state championship. We'll be back for the start of the game right after this.
Introduce you, the magical singers from Ramblers High School.
Welcome back to Hershey Park Arena. That was the Magical Singers out of Stroudsburg.
Thank you.
Excellent job. We're all ready to play basketball. Just some of the Hazleton contingent you see there.
Cathedral Prep.
And they call themselves the Pack. You'll see their shirts probably later in the telecast. Pack as in P-A-K. They're ready to go. A lot of red here at the Hershey Park Arena. The Hazleton bench high-fiving, and about time to get it on.
Importantly, please refrain from throwing objects onto the playing floor. This could result in injury to players.
And here come the Prep Ramblers, dressed in white. They will be defending the basket
Thank you.
to your left. You see a key matchup, number 32 and number 23 in your center of your picture, Jed Ryan and John D'Agostino. Erie Prep comes down with the ball, and Kenny Duck has it out front. Tom Zach back over to Duck. Jed Ryan now. Terry Kringe on Mr. Ryan. Ryan looks inside, nothing there. The Hazleton defense asserting itself here, very quick. That's Dennett from outside, nothing. Hits the backboard, and here comes Kringe. Over to Chris Long, he goes in and has the first two.
Nice transition game there from Hazleton. They got up the floor very quickly.
You see Terry Kringe pressuring Jed Ryan. Great defense by the freshman from Hazleton area. D'Agostino on Kenny Duck out front. Ryan looks to go to the hoop. Pulls up. Short. Hassan Abdullah with the rebound.
Coach, the Hazleton defense right now, were you expecting it to be that way?
All the time. That's what got him here, really. Hand in the face on the shooter, first 2 times on the floor.
Duck pressuring Kringy. There's Abdullah with the turnaround.
So
Gets it back out.
So the old story, do what got you here, right?
Right.
Chris Long now with Gene Tomczak in his face. Long drives, puts it up and in. 4-0, Hazleton area.
Well, he's been the guy that's really had the hot hand in the playoffs and the end of the season, and he's not stopping now so far early in this game.
Let him go right down the middle that time. No help.
Prep got off to a slow start against Newcastle in the Western Final. They trailed 10-0 before they got on the board. Phil Dennett gets it back out to Gene Tomczak, and now Duck works it to Dennett in the corner, and we have a walk.
And this is exactly the kind of stuff they did in that game. They made all kinds of mistakes.
And Dennett, the team's leading scorer during the regular season, fouled out of the Newcastle game without really making an impact on offense, and so far he has a walk call and nothing yet.
He fouled out on a technical.
D'Agostino being harassed. Kringy. Shershin comes up short, and Dennett comes down with it. Here comes Prep. That's Tomczak. Jed Ryan looks to drive, and looks like a foul on Terry Kringy reaching in. That's Hazleton's first, Kringy's first. Guys, Jed Ryan can move for a big guy. He's 6'6".
We saw that in that game the other night, too. He really is a versatile ball player.
Only a sophomore.
Pretty good ball handler. He's got some good size.
Bringing the ball up against the pressure.
Kind of exudes an air of confidence out there, too. Looks like he's not intimidated by anyone, even though he is only a sophomore.
Ryan makes 1 of 2, battles for the loose ball, and Chris Long comes down with it. 4-1, Hazleton area with the lead, 5:30 left in the first. Abdullah out front, looks to make a move inside, and does, but the ball is stripped. Gene Tomczak comes down with it. Here's Kenny Duck. Tomczak inside to Ryan, who turns, fades, doesn't get it, and Abdullah comes down with it. Out to Chris Long, who makes a quick move. Stops, no good. Phil Dennett clears the board. Cliff Dennett, excuse me. Prep playing patient on offense. Once again, they have the size underneath at 6'5", 6'6", and 6'7". Has not been a factor yet in this game. Booker Coleman with the turnaround. That's the move he likes. Fighting for the board is Terry Kringy. The freshman pushes it up the floor and then holds off. D'Agostino with the drive. Puts it up, partially deflected by Coleman. Hassan Abdullah battling and rejected by Coleman.
And he kind of looked back.
Kenny Duck trying to draw the charge, doesn't get the basket. D'Agostino comes down with the ball, and they call traveling. John coming down on it. It appears Cliff Dennett's foot, losing his balance.
Yeah, I think on this block here, Hassan kind of turned around after he went up the floor and thought, who was that? What happened there?
Booker Coleman, number 41. And Hassan Abdullah should be a great matchup.
Yeah, it sure should.
They'll switch to their matchup now. Out of the man-to-man.
Cliff Dennett from 3, in and out. And Chris Long comes down with it. Chris slowing it up.
We saw that in the other games. These baskets here at Hershey Park Arena, unforgiving. You better hit it pretty good or it's not going to go.
Terry Kringy to D'Agostino in the corner. Nice save by John. Long looking for something. D'Agostino for 3.